Okay, my name's Douglas and I do social media. I have a brand called Showcase Phoenix where I help local business owners get in front of more people to help get more leads, views, and sales. This video is just gonna be a training video. I'm gonna run you through how to use social media for your business to crush it, get more leads, views, and sales without pulling all of your hair out and wasting all of your time. Social media, look, here's the deal. It's not easy, okay? It's simple. The process is simple, but actually doing it and getting results is not easy. Otherwise, everyone would be doing well at it, right? Running a business isn't easy either, and you're doing that just fine. So I promise you're gonna, when you see what I have to say, it's gonna make sense, it's gonna click, okay? So stay tuned, pay attention. Social media is very important because it's one of the things that can help more people learn about your business. And in business, you have two P's, PP, okay? You have people, and you have products. Those are the two things, if you boil down a business, that make a business work. People and products, right? And you make money when people purchase a product. So when a person purchases a product, you're gonna make some money. Pretty simple, okay? How do we get more people to purchase more products? More people need to know about your business. They need to know what you have going on. They need to know what you're doing, what you're working on. If they don't, okay, just think about this, right? Would you agree that if nobody knows about your business, you're not gonna make any money? Right. So the goal here should be getting more people to know about your business, right? More people knowing about your business and your product is gonna make you more money. It's a very simple equation, yet we don't spend enough time promoting our business and growing our business and getting our business out in front of other people. A lot of you guys do networking events, and that's a great way to get your business in front of people. There's actually 4 ways to get your business in front of people and help more people know about your business. The 4 ways are, we're just gonna draw a little quadrant here. You have social media, obviously, that's what we're talking about. So you have social media, you have networking, you have referrals, and you have ads, paid advertising. Okay, so social media, networking, referrals, and paid advertising. Those are the 4 ways that you can grow your business. You can help people understand what you do, they learn about your business, you're gonna make more money. So I don't do much with this, don't know how to do that very good. Kind of working on that, but I am good at social media, okay? And so what I'm gonna do is show you how to use social media more effectively to spread, to get in front of more people, to share your mission, to have posts that actually get engagement. Can you think about a time where you posted a picture and it got no engagement? You felt pretty deflated, right? You're like, man, this sucks. Social media sucks. I hate this. And the problem is, it's not that the algorithm sucks. That's not the problem. The problem is your content sucks. And that's okay. Everyone sucks at first. You probably sucked your first year in business, right? Everyone sucks at first. The problem is people stay sucking and they don't actually improve. So there's 3 things that you need to focus on with your social media content to make it deliver and stick to people, okay? And these are the 3 things that your content is probably missing. If you're posting multiple times a day and you're seeing engagement with social media, you're seeing it directly correlate to more sales, you're probably doing a few of these right. If you're not, then you're doing them wrong. Okay, so those 3 things is gonna be personable, relatable, and emotional. Ultimately, people want value. And I want you to write that down and underline it. Value. That's what we're here for. We're on social media to get some kind of value. We're not on there to be sold to. We want to escape real life. We pull out our phone when we're distracted, when we're sad, when just things don't feel right, okay? And we just flip through and escape life, okay? So just imagine you're in that headspace. My life sucks. I'm so stressed out. I'm tired from work. I just got home. I'm gonna pull out my phone and try to unwind, right? And you pull out your phone. It's a picture of a freaking shoe, and say, "Hey, buy my shoe." No, you don't want that. You're not there for that, okay? You're there to be invoked with something, like you're there for something more, right? We want to be entertained or educated when we're on social media. So make sure that your content is personable, relatable, and emotional. And that's going to provide value to your target audience, okay? Now here's the thing. Let's just run through 2 examples real quick, because this is going to make a really good point. If you listen to ads on the radio, does anyone still listen to the radio? Or I guess you don't have Spotify Premium, you listen to ads on there. Those are the worst kinds of ads, because you're held hostage to listen to it, and you don't want to be, right? You're sitting there, you're like, oh my gosh, please let me listen to my music. It's the worst. But if someone has done an effective ad, it's not as bad, okay? And so let me run through an effective ad versus a non-effective ad, and you can see how this correlates to these 3 things right there. A non-effective ad is something that says, hello, we have shoes for sale now, and our shoes only cost $49.99. These are good shoes. They look good, and they only cost $49.99. But if you buy 2 pairs of shoes, you can get the second shoe for $24.99. You can get it half off. So make sure you buy 2 shoes right now. Terrible. Imagine waiting for your favorite song to come on. You've got that in your ears, right? You want to rip your headphones out. You want to never buy a shoe again. But now think about something else, okay? Maybe your favorite radio host or an influencer that you already connect with and you follow. They said something like, my life just got a lot better. The last few months have been terrible. My wife and my kids, they go on walks every evening, and it used to be a good time for us to connect. But I've been getting these sores on my feet. I haven't been able to go with them the last few months. It's been terrible, because this is a way that we used to connect, and now I've been missing out. I haven't been there. I've been sitting at home on the couch while they're out doing this. Luckily, I came across these shoes that are custom fitted. So now when I walk in these shoes, they don't cause sores on my feet. They don't rub my feet raw, and I can actually go back out and enjoy time with my family. The whole time you're listening to this story, you're like, well, what are the shoes? Tell me, what are the shoes, right? You connect with somebody who's having foot problems, who wants to go on walks. You want to be a little more emotional, personable, and relatable in all of your content, whether that's advertising, whether that's raw social media. That's what you do when you network. That's what people do when they refer you, right? But for some reason on this side of things, we're not able to do that. When you're going out and you're networking, you don't go up and say, hey, look at my product, right? You say, hey, Bob, tell me what you do. Oh, that's crazy. Here's what I do. Let me relate that to you. Let me listen to your pain points. Let me relate that to your pain points and your struggles and show you how this is a solution. You don't just throw your product in people's face. Same with referrals, right? But in social media, that's what we try to do. We say, look at my product. You're just throwing that product out there. It's ridiculous, okay? So find a way to tell more of a story. And you're like, okay, well, that sounds great. How do I come up with content? How do I film the content? How do I post it? Okay, that's the harder part. Now, you thought this was hard. The posting and stuff gets a lot harder. So I'm gonna erase this part right here real quick. So hope you wrote that down. And I'm gonna show you the 3-step process that I use with my clients to help them get more content, effective content, and get it scheduled out so that they can we spend literally just 2 hours a month to get a month's worth of content, right? And you're like, wow, 2 hours, like that saves me so much time to work on my business. You're right. So you got to figure out how you can maximize your social media output in the least amount of time. All right. And you can do it by following this 3-step framework that we do. Okay. It's 3 S's. God, those are bad. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do it one more time. Okay. 3 S's. The first one is scrape. What does that mean? The second one is schedule. Oh my gosh. And the third one is share. Okay? Scrape, schedule, and share. Those are the 3 things that you need to be doing weekly or monthly to create your content. What do I mean by scrape? Okay? Scrape is how you find the content. It's how you find the ideas. It's how you source the content. Think about this. Have you had a client this week ask you a question, and you provided an answer, and they're like, wow, that was really valuable. That was super helpful. Like, thank you so much. Probably. Now, do you think that if you recorded yourself answering that question, that would provide value for other people who may not be your clients yet? Remember, value. Probably would, okay? And by providing value to people who aren't your clients yet, they're like, wow, Bob knows his stuff. And when I need to work with somebody, I'm gonna call Bob because Bob has provided value. Bob's been super helpful for me, okay? So scraping content is finding answers that are, or finding questions that people who are your potential clients might have. What are their pain points? What are the solutions that they're looking for? How do you help? What are your services? And tie it all together, okay? So these are common questions that you see on social media, whether that's in Facebook groups, whether that's questions that your clients have asked you that you're maybe not so clear on. Maybe that's questions that you think that they have. You go in Google, you do some SEO research, like what are they searching for? You wanna be a wealth of value for them, right? You just want to have an overwhelming amount of value on your social media accounts for your target customer. So scraping content that provides value, that answers their questions and gives them a little bit of entertainment is how you're going to do that. And I gave you a few different examples: comments, comments in groups, questions on your comments, questions that your clients have. Those are all ways that you can scrape your content. You should be doing this all the time. I have a notepad in my phone with every client, and then inside of that I have content ideas. And so when I see something and I think of something that relates to their niche, I write it down. That goes onto our content list for our filming day, okay? So keep track of that all the time. You don't just sit down and go, what is the content? Like, you want to have that going, because when you sit down, as you know, it doesn't always happen, okay? The second thing is to schedule. And I don't mean schedule the content, because you haven't even filmed the content. You've just come up with the good content ideas. You want to schedule yourself time to be the producer and the person on camera. That's what you need to do. A lot of people miss this step. They don't schedule. They say, well, you know, I'll film social media content when I can. How many of you have said that? Doesn't work. It doesn't work. Life gets busy and then you never film social media content. For me, it's every Friday. Okay, every Friday I sit down for a couple hours. I go through my scraped content list and I create content. I film it, I edit it, and then I schedule it out. Okay, so all of that is tied in here with the schedule. Film your content, edit it, schedule it out, be done with it. Maybe that takes you 8 hours on a Sunday. Do you want your business to grow? Are you willing to put in that work? Okay, good. All right, so once you've scheduled it, you need to share it. And that means getting it out there. Everywhere. Post it on Facebook, post it in a group, post it on your story, post it in a Reddit thread, post it on Quora, post it in email, post it, like text it to your friends that you think would get value. Hey, I just answered this question and I think it would really help you, right? Put it everywhere. You've made that piece of content, you've invested that time. Why would you just let it sit there? I had a client, I filmed a bunch of content for them. They didn't want me to post it, they wanted to do it, you know. It never went out. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, why are you not putting the content out? It's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. So for me, every Friday for 2 hours. For my clients, they book a time. I go out there, I film it for about 2 hours. Okay, so we knock that out once a month. Share. You're gonna schedule it. You're gonna tell your friends, your mom, your grandma. You're gonna tell everybody that you know, hey, I just made this piece of content. Would you check it out? I think it'd be helpful for you. Okay, and with that, with this 3-step framework, you're gonna start to create content. And you wanna make sure that this that you scrape is personable, relatable, and emotional, because you need to provide value. Before you post something, say, does this provide value? How can I make this provide value? You can get more personable with a selfie, okay? You're like, well, that doesn't provide value. Take a picture. I am so thankful that I can run my own business and spend time with my kids. My business saves lives. We make sure that people's air conditioning is running throughout the hot summer. We go and we check it, we tune it up, and without air conditioning, like a lot of people would be suffering, right? That's personable. That's very emotional, okay? Here's me, here's what I do, here's why it's important. It doesn't have to be super complex, right? It can also just be a video. Oh, this client asked me, how do they check their AC? So I kind of walked them through it. Why would you do that? Right? You're providing value. They're gonna check it, they're gonna be like, God, I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me just call you because you gave me that insight, you gave me that value, I trust you, I have your contact, we've had a conversation. Share the information, get it out there, don't be afraid of doing all of that, okay? And so with all of that, you can crush it on social media. People can start to learn about your business, they can purchase your products, and you can make more money. You really do want to be present on social media, even if it's just for people that you meet who go over to your social media page and they want to check out and see what you're doing. You got to be doing that, okay? I'm Douglas. I do social media for businesses. If you are a business owner who is like, this is great, I don't have any time, call me. Okay, I'll work with you. Like I said, 2 hours a month. I scrape all your content for you. I plan it, I film it, I edit it. All I need is you to be on camera for 2 hours a month, and I share it, I distribute it, I make sure that everybody and their mom knows about your content. Okay, if you want to work with me, I have a special link you can click below, and I'll give you a special discount for the first month. So click that link, check it out if you want to work together. If not, start implementing this. It's going to change your life, I promise. Like, think about how much time you would save if you didn't have to do that daily. You didn't have to worry about scraping the content. Okay, I do it in my notes on my phone. I write it down. I'm like, hey, you know, here's our 30 pieces of content we're going to film this month. You don't even have to worry about it. Planning, filming, editing. Do you know how much a camera costs? A good quality camera. This one's probably $2,000. My other one's about $2,000. It's on a $1,000 gimbal, $200 tripod. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. And the thing is, if you don't know what you're doing, the quality of the camera is going to be terrible. You got to color grade it. There's just a lot that goes into it. So if you want to be up here, you need to have somebody who knows what they're doing. And with all of that planning, filming, editing takes a long time. I don't know if you've even tried to edit any content, pull it up on CapCut, you put it into Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, you put it in something like that. It's going to take you a crazy amount of time, but you can learn. And once you learn, you can pump it out a lot quicker. Okay, sharing the content, it is so hard to actually schedule it. It's impossible to get it out. Here's what happened with me at first. I would go on there to post, and then I would keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and then I'd get off and I'm like, I forgot to post. Pull it out, and then we do it over again. It's terrible, and I know you guys get caught in that loop. So just imagine how much time you would save outsourcing that to somebody who can post it and schedule it and get it out there for you so you don't have to worry about it. This is probably the most, I'd say editing's the most time consuming part, posting's second most time consuming. You wanna make sure you're posting the right content to the right platform, sharing it, distributing it, and making sure that it connects, okay? A few bonus tips. With my clients, when we're creating the content, we use the HSA framework to make sure that it hooks their attention, it shares an emotional story, and then it gets some kind of action afterwards. So HSA is hook, story, offer, okay? Hook, story, action, sorry. Hook, story, action. And you wanna make sure that you have a hook. Hey, business owners, are you struggling right now? They're like, well, I'm a business owner and I am struggling right now. Let me learn more. I had a client who was struggling. They couldn't spend time with their family. They were so busy working, and it was just tearing them apart, right? And so now you're telling this story, you're getting them engaged. And here's what happened. They worked with me. They got 15 hours a week back because they weren't worrying about social media. They could delete it off of their phone, never play with social media again. They could spend more time with their family, and it really changed their life. If you want to work with me, click the link below. Boom, okay? Hook, story, action. Click the link below is the action, right? We use that framework so that all of their content has some kind of impact. All of their content connects with their audience, right? That is a super special framework. And then sharing it, you just want to make sure that everything goes in the right platform, okay? Anyway, if that was helpful, you're welcome. Can't wait to see you crush the content. Click the link below if you want to work with me. You want to get a special deal on the first month, and we'll crank out all that content for you. We'll save you so much time. Otherwise, we'll see you later.